So on this paper, we have the questions and where the year they were taken from. From my left-hand side, you can see numbers from 1 up to 7. These are the questions. Then from my right-hand side, these are the years from which the questions were picked. So you can kindly pause the video and copy the questions. Then for me, it will be my duty to solve these questions on the board for you. So let us get started. So we have question number 1. Question number 1 is 25x equals 1 over 125 to the power x equals 1 over 25. So now how do we solve this question? So when dealing with the indices involving equations, the first thing to do is to make the bases to be same. So you can observe that the bases, they are not same. So what we are going to do, this 125, we are going to write it in an exponent form or power form. For example, you can say 5 to the power 3. This 5 to the power 3, it presents 125 because 5 times 5 times 5 is equal to what? To 125. 5 times 5 is 25. Then 25 multiplied by 5, you get 125. Meaning 5 power 3 has not changed any value, it presents 125. Then we have times x, that x which is on top, then equals, we have this 25, 1 over 25 can be written in the form of 25 to the power negative 1. So ladies and gentlemen, 1 over 25 is the same as 25 to the power negative 1. Now, this 25, we should also write it in power form. Now, we can see we have used 5 here, meaning to the other side, we should also use 5. So we are going to have 5 times 3 times x equals to 5 power 2 multiplied by negative 1. This is power 2. Why 5 power 2? Because 5 times 5 is equals to what? To 25. Meaning that 5 to the power 2 presents 25. Now that the bases are same, it means that the powers are equal. So we have 5, then 3 times x, that is 3x, equals to 5, 2 times negative 1, that is negative 2. Then we cancel the bases, since the bases are same. Then we have 3x equals to negative 2. This 3x then equals to negative 2. Then our aim is to find the value of x. We can see we have 3x equals negative 2. For us to find the value of x, we divide both sides by 3. We say over 3, then over 3. We cancel, I'll show you to this side. Then we say x is equals to negative 2 over 3. So our x is equals to negative 2 over 3. This is where we will end. That is the solution for number 1. So we are going to solve question number 2. So question 2. Question 2. We have 8x minus 1 equals 16. So 8 to the power x minus 1 equals 16. So we have to make the bases to be same. The lowest base that we can use in this case, it is 2. We will say 2 to the power 3. This 2 to the power 3 represent 8. 2 times 2 times 2, you get what? 8. You see that? So 2 to the power 3 present 8, then multiplied by x minus 1 equals to 2. If here you use 2, also the other side use 2. These 2 should be raised to a certain power, which will present 16. and that is 4. 2 to the power 4, when you multiply 2 by itself 4 times, you get 16. Now that the bases are same, it means that the powers are equal. So we can simply cancel them and we say this 3 times x, that is 3x. This 3 times negative 1, that's negative 3, equals to 4, the power which is on top. Now this is a linear equation, so 3x minus 3, they are called unlike terms because we cannot subtract them or add them. In this case, negative 3 will cross the equal sign. Since it is negative, when it crosses the equal sign, it becomes the positive. So we'll say 3x equals to 4 plus 3. 3x will be maintained. Then we add 4 plus 3, that is 7. Are we done? No, because we want to find x. So we'll say over 3, over 3. Then we cancel. You continue solving that side. We have x. Now, how many times can 3 go into 7? So 3 into 7, it goes there 2 times, remainder 1 over 3. This is the answer for question number 2. So we are going to look at now question number 3. Those questions I showed you on my preamble. So question 3. So question 3, we have 8x equals to 128. So 8 to the power x equals 128. So let us solve it. We find the lowest base. So the lowest base, it is 2. Then this 2 should be raised to a certain power such that when we expand it, or we should get 8. So that number is 3. 2 times 2 times 2. When we expand 2 3 times and multiply it, you get 8 times x. Then equals, if you use 2, even the other side use 2. Raised to some power which is 7. So 2 to the power 7, you expand 2 7 times. After multiplying it, you find that you get 128. Now the bases are same, the powers are equal, so we can simply cancel them. This 3 times x is 3x equals to 7. Are we done? No. So we divide both sides by 3 over 3 over 3. Equals, what is 3 into 7? 3 into 7, that is 2, remainder 1 over 3. And this is it, our final answer for question 3. So I hope you are following, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have to answer question 4. So question 4. So question 4. We have x to the power 1 over 3 equals 4. So this is interesting. It is quite interesting. So, now when you look at this question, we have a variable or a letter, and the other side we don't have. Now, this variable, it is raised to the 3rd power or 1 over 3. Now, in such situation, we solve it by using the multiplicative index. So, meaning that we find a number which we can multiply with 1 over 3 to get 1. That number, it is the opposite of 1 over 3. What we do, this 3 goes up and the 1 comes down. So, we do like this, 1 over 3 times 3 over 1. This 3 over 1, it is the multiplicative index of 1 over 3. Now, this side, if you have any number which doesn't have a power, just know there is power 1. Why? Because any number raised to the power 1 is number itself. For example, 4 power 1 is 4. 5 power 1 is what? Is 5. And so on. Now we have 1 over 4. This also multiply this side times 3 over 1. Then our x, we can divide 3 there is 1, 3 there is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 into 1 is 1 equals 4 will be maintained. 1 into 3 is 3. 3 times 1, that is 3. So x to the power 1, remember from the roots, any number raised to the power 1, it is a number itself. So we have x equals 4 power 3. It simply means we expand this 4 3 times. So we will say 4 times 4 times 4. Then our x, 4 times 4, that is what? 16. 16 times 4, 64. So our x is equals to 64. So remember, there is no need to use a calculator. All those questions I've showed you in the preamble and solving on the board, they are coming from mathematics paper 1. We go for question 5. Okay, question 5, you have 2 to the power 2x minus 1 equals 16 to the power negative 2x. So the first thing is to make the bases to be same. We can see the lowest base it uses 2, meaning the other side also there should be 2. So we have 2 raised to the power 2x minus 1 equals 2. Then we find a number which can represent 16 in the form of power 2, that is 4. Multiplied by negative 2x, the negative 2x which is on top. We can see the bases are same, the powers are equal, we can simply cancel them. So we have 2x, this is 2x minus 1, then equals this 4 times negative 2x, that's negative 80x. This is the equation, we have to collect the right terms. Since I have 2x there, it will be maintained. This negative 8x will go this side. It is a negative. When it crosses the equal sign, it becomes a positive. So positive 80x. Again, this negative 1, it has to go to the other side. Since it is negative, it goes to the other side, it becomes positive 1. Now, what is 2x plus 8x? This is the same as 2 plus what? Plus 8. Okay? So we all know that 2 plus 8 is what? It is 10. But what variable is used? Is x. Then equals to what? To 1. Are we done? No, because we have to find the exact value for x. So what we do in this case, we say over 10. Over 10. Then we cancel. The final answer there for x is equals to 1 over 10. So our x is equals to 1 over 10. That is our final answer for question number 5. We look at question number 6. Okay, so question number 6, we have 10 to the power x equals to 0.0001. So 10 to the power x will be maintained the way it is. Now, this one, before it was like this, it was divided with some number for them to get 0.001. So the secret is this, we have 1, so you write 1 over the number of decimal places. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. If therefore you maintain this one and put 4 zeros, it becomes 10,000. So if there are 2 decimal places, if there are 2 decimal places like 0.01, you write 1 over 100, since there are 2. If there are 0.1, you write 1 over 10. You just count the number of decimal places. Then we have x, we have have 10 to the power x equals, now 1 will be maintained, then this tells us that it can be presented in some form of powers. Since we have 10, we are going to say 10 raised to the power 4, because 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, you get what? 10,000. You get 10,000. So that's why we are saying 10 to the power 4 presents 10,000. Then we have 10 to the power x equals this number. It can also be presented in another form. We can write it as 10 to the power negative 4. 10 to the power negative 4 is the same as 1 over 10 to the power 4. Now in this case, the bases are same, meaning that the powers are equal. So we cancel them and say x is equals to negative 4. So our x is equivalent, is equals to negative 4. That is question number 6. So we are going to look at question number 7. Question number 7. So, before we look at question number 7, in case you want online tuitions for mathematics, you can call or WhatsApp this line 0971 605598. Then we can get started. Question number 7, we have 3x power 3 then equals to 27 power 5. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, all these questions were picked from Indices examinations. From my preamble, you can have access to those questions. Now, in this case, 3, it is the lowest base. So you write 3x power 3 equals, since the lowest base is 3 on the left hand side, also to the right hand side we should put 3. Now this 3, we should raise it to certain power such that when we multiply it, we should get 27. That is it. 3 to the power 3. For example, 3 times 3 times 3, you get 27. Meaning 3 power 3 is representing what? 27. But on top we have what? Power of 5. So multiplied by 5. Now the bases are same, meaning the powers are equal. So we can simply cancel them and say x plus 3 equals 3 times 5. That is 15. This is a simple equation. We know that x plus 3, they are called unlike terms. We cannot add. Therefore, this positive 3 will transpose the other side or cross and it becomes negative. So x is equals to 15 minus 3. Then our x, in 15 we take away 3. Our answer is 12. So that is the answer. Thank you for watching.